Palma. Oh,
man.
that's unfair, and Palma 7 points in the game.
To Del Fuentes.
wow.
Delgado makes the stop and knocks it down. J.R. Delgado is open. 3-point.
Goodness!
Face a jumper by Robin Celis. Caballero has time. Now it's Martin Rosso. Turnaround jumper. Oh my goodness.
Two teams from the South on winning streaks at the moment. Battle it out dito sa ating main game at the Alonte Sports Arena para sa inyong MPBL Season 7 Wednesday game. It's Alwin Alday and the rest of the Rizal Central Mall Golden Coolers trying to grab their 4th straight victory against another top-notch scorer in Carlo Lastimosa and the rest of the Biñan Tatak Gel. They are gunning for a 7th straight win. Biñan, after a rocky start, have found their rhythm in the league. Ito namang Rizal, they have wobbled a bit of late pero they have regained their ground and now it is a battle between Rizal against Biñan at a possible playoff preview dito sa ating main game ngayong Miyerkules. Si Dev Tupas kasama si Javi Palanya. Of course, Lyra Ponselares at courtside. Magandang gabi sa mga nanonood sa atin sa Facebook and on YouTube, and we're also live on Solar every Monday, Thursdays and Saturdays. And Javi, you gotta be excited with this matchup. Biñan and Rizal, two teams in the South na maganda pinapakita ngayon.
Aside from the fact that magkadikit sila sa team standing sa Southern Division, which makikita natin mamaya, there's a lot of star power in this game.
Oh, no, definitely a lot of star power. And before we go into the game, no, tingnan muna natin kung saan yung dalawang kupunan natin. Number 4 and number 5, and there's a chance that they could meet in the first round of the playoffs. Malayo pa naman tayo, but again, this is a trend right here.
But of course, Rizal wanting to get this victory because gusto nila makadikit sa Quezon tsaka sa Muntinlupa. Well, Biñan wants to do the same also to try and ensure themselves of a sure playoff spot at the end of the regular season. Pero syempre, madami pa namang games ang lalaroin ng parehong kupunan. But this is a matchup that they want in their bag early in this year.
1 to 6, reminder sa lahat, no? 1 to 6 playoff spot, 7 to 10 play-in tournament ang ating bagong format this season. Rizal in their last game winning, and they have they started out the season very well, impressive wins against Batangas, but ito ang Rizal, they needed a strong performance at home. 101 to 76 ang kanilang panalo against Valenzuela.
After those 8 wins that they had to start the season, they dropped 3 straight games, but now they've won 3 straight games, as well as this game against the Val City Magic. It was tight to start, and they were actually down at the end of the first quarter, but they regained their bearings and used their own magic against Val City in the third quarter, where they outscored Valenzuela 37 to 19. 10 of those points coming from Eric Camson, 59 to 46 on the glass, and they only turned the ball over 7 times while dominating the shaded area 52 to 36.
And if you're Coach Ralph Emerson Rivera, this is the perfect game to be a springboard para dito sa laban against Biñan, an equally formidable team in the South Division. Biñan, on the other hand, was pushed to the limit by the Basilan Portmaster, 68 to 66 natapos ang laro na to. And Biñan needed to hold off itong Basilan down the stretch. Medyo it got a little bit anxious there para itong crowd dito sa Biñan, but somehow they pulled it off 68 to 66.
You're right, Sedelf. It was neck and neck for the most part, but Basilan had a 7-0 run after Biñan was able to establish a 9-point lead with more than 2 minutes remaining in the game, but they were able to hold strong and get this victory. Minus 15 on the glass here ang Basilan. Biñan was able to get good offensive rebounds. 25 of those offensive rebounds were able to get them 27 second chance points.
This is a battle that's going to be inside the paint, Javi. With all the personnel ng pareho nating kupunan. And we talk about, points in the paint and rebounding. You have to mention these two guys right here, Michael Cañete and Jmar Himpayan, both important players for the respective teams.
Michael Cañete has been one of the main decision makers, especially during the latter parts of the game para kay Coach Ralph Rivera, while Jmar Gimpayan has always been a solid role player under Coach Boyd Fernandez. But these two guys have a big impact on the game of their respective teams.
Oo. And for more on these two players, let's go to Lyra Punsalan.
Two hardworking forwards, Cañete and Gimpayan, parehong determinadong magbigay ng panalo para sa kanilang koponan. For Cañete, nakafocus daw siya ngayon on individual defense and how he can contribute better for Rizal. Sabi niya, gusto ko talaga makatulong sa team even sa mga simpleng bagay. Defense muna bago puntos. Para naman kay Gimpayan, known for his grit and never give up attitude, motivated na ipakita na deserving daw ang Biñan ng spotlight. Basta ako all out palagi. Gusto ko mabigay yung laro ko, gawin ang best ko para magtuloy-tuloy din ang pagiging proud ng mga taga Biñan. Both teams are in the same bracket, kaya crucial tong laban na to. And in a few minutes, mas magiging intense pa ang pagkaanong dalawa. Back to you guys.
Maraming salamat, Lyra. Very important game, and Lyra just reinforcing what we've talked about. And etong game na to, this has to be nasa kalendaryo to if you're both teams, and looking forward sa that could have an impact in their respective bids.
Yeah, you really mark these kinds of games on your calendars if you're Rizal and Biñan. Aside from the inside points that you mentioned earlier, there's also going to be a lot of perimeter play in this game with the amount of stars that you have on opposite sides of the pole.
Wednesday night main game ng Liga ng Bawat Pilipino, Rizal versus Biñan. Let's go to Miguel Pere.
And here we go, mga kaliga, with our main game here at the Alonte Sports Arena in Biñan City, Laguna. It's Rizal Sensible Golden Coolers versus your Biñan Tatak Gel Beast Motorcycle Tire Game X on the 2025 Manny Pacquiao's MPBL Season 7. Let's carry on the starting fives, beginning with Rizal Central Mall Golden Coolers. Starting at guard, number 14, Coco Pingoy. Also at guard, number 17, Alvin Alday. Coming in at center, number 13, Eric Camson. Forward, number 9, Samboy De Leon. And the other forward, number 28, Marco Balagtas. The head coach for Rizal Central Golden Coolers is Ralph Rivera. Assistant coaches Don Villamin, Christian Coronel, and Mario Gutera. Team managers Joel Conde. Team governors Andre Cruz. Team owners Jaime Lim and Alex Cruz. And now, Biñan City, get on your feet, because it's time to meet the starting unit of your Biñan Tatak Gel Beast Motorcycle Tire Game X. Starting at forward, number 7, Joseph Peña-Redondo. Center, number 18, Jason Ballesteros. One guard, number 0, Pamboy Raimundo. The other guard, number 22, Carlo Lastimosa. And at power forward, number 29, your very own from Kapinpin Street, Barangay Poblacion, Mike Maestre. The head coach for your Biñan Tatak Gel is Boyet Fernandez. Assistant coaches Gino Manansala, Gino Manuel, Eliazar Cabutotan, and JR Manansala. Also your partners are Mayor-elect Gel Alonte with Ruben Tan and Monching.
Starting five is brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. 1xBet, your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Starting five for Rizal: Coco Pingoy, Alvin Alday, Eric Camson, Samboy De Leon, and Marco Balagtas. Biñan naman will field Pamboy Raimundo, Carlo Lastimosa, Jason Ballesteros, Mike Maestre, and Joseph Peña-Redondo. So, the stars are out tonight. Para dito sa Biñan, Mark Pingris is on the bench. Christian Fajarito has been activated. The ball is... We are underway dito sa Alonte Sports Arena. Carlo Lastimosa. Now with Peña-Redondo. Pamboy Raimundo. Lastimosa up against Samboy De Leon. Carlo, 3 seconds on the shot clock. Lastimosa. Shot clock expires on Biñan.
He had to take that shot. He was already cleared out there. Had space on that right side, but that's good coverage to start the game here by Rizal on one of the MPBL's premier scorers in Carlo Lastimosa.
Alday, Peñarredondo ang nakabantay sa kanya. Now with Camson. The cut from Samboy De Leon. And the turnaround shot doesn't work for Samboy. Bola ng Biñan ulit.
Both teams with some changes to their starting lineup compared to the last game that they've had. Para dito sa Biñan, Peñarredondo, Maestre, and Ballesteros stepping into the starting unit for Coach Boyd Fernandez.
Naagaw ng Rizal. Alday, three-pointer, no good. Rebound, Peñarredondo.
Well, he's always going to be ready to shoot wherever he gets it.
Lastimosa. Alday trying to go for the swipe there.
That's one of the matchups that we have to watch out for tonight. Lastimosa versus Alday. Maganda na maaga pala nagkakabantayan na sila dito.
Pamboy Raimundo uses the Ballesteros pick. Pamboy, 5 seconds on the shot clock here. Raimundo for three. Did not get that one to drop. Pamboy, Peñarredondo, short on the three. Rebound, Coco Pingoy. There's a mismatch there. Looks like di nila nahanap yun. Balagtas against Peñarredondo. Marco to Camson. The step back three from Eric Camson, no good. And 2 minutes gone by. Our two teams have yet to score here. Carlo fires a three, too strong. Rebound with Samboy De Leon.
You could expect this game to be a highly defensive showdown with both coaches really putting a heavy premium on the defensive end of the basketball. That's the reason why they've had a lot of success this season.
Trying to thread the needle, Coco Pingoy. That's off the knee. Kick ball violation. Crew Chief Jay Castroverde, Mark Rancudo, Leonardo Layosan, and Ray Gabriel, ang ating officiating crew. Coco Pingoy. 10 seconds to work with for Rizal. Alday makes his move, the kick out to Pingoy. Alday from the corner. That's a tough shot.
Well covered as well by Peñarredondo. Really had his hand up there.
Still scoreless here. Lastimosa. He will get the first basket of the game. Carlo working hard, and Carlo able to score off the glass.
He is a creator, and right there had to improvise, especially with the clock winding down. Somebody had to get the first basket para sa Biñan.
Peñarredondo, a couple of layups for Biñan. 4-0. Rizal still looking for its first basket of the game. 6.5 minutes to play in the first period. Samboy De Leon. Coco Pingoy. Samboy. Three-pointer. That's off to the right. Legal pick, Mike Maestre. Bola mapupunta sa Rizal. This is the fast break of the game, brought to you by Extreme X Play on-the-go speaker. Take your music anywhere.
That's exactly what he's there for, Joseph Peñarredondo. He is on the court for defense, for those threes, and for runouts like that in transition.
Pingoy stops at the three-point line and knocks it down.
Loving that shot there by Jerry Pingoy. Nice to see that his confidence hasn't withered down.
It's 4-3. Carlo goes to Maestre. That's a three. Yes, Mike Maestre. Very confident with that stroke from beyond the arc.
Both teams now starting to get on a groove with consecutive baskets offensively.
De Leon drives and lays it in, gets the roll there. Samboy De Leon, his first basket. 7-5 is the count.
Nice drive to the middle there by Samboy De Leon, recognizing that the defense was late in trying to close him out, got the step, and was able to finish at the basket.
Samboy for three, good. Consecutive possessions here for Biñan. They have scored after going scoreless in the first 3 minutes of this game.
Back-to-back threes from both Maestre and Pamboy Raimundo. Raimundo will always be ready to take that shot if you give him space. That guy too.
Pingoy could not convert from beyond the arc. Peña Redondo gets it across. Now with Pamboy. Still Raimundo. Maestre rolls. Maestre is fouled on the help.
Took their time there trying to see how the defense was playing them.
Three-point shot is brought to you by Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances.
Coming from that pin down on the right side, getting the ball wide open for that catch and shoot, Pamboy Raimundo. On this last play, playing the two-man game with Mike Maestre.
1 of 7 from beyond the arc ang Rizal. 2 of 6 for Biñan. Maestre, 2 for 2. The homegrown player. 12-5, 7-point lead for Biñan early on. Marco Balagtas. No shot there for Marco. Moco fakes the handoff, takes the three. No. Samboy, nice fake by Samboy De Leon and spins to the other side and scores.
He gives them another dimension on that wing position. Ito si Samboy De Leon. He can hit the three, but he can also attack inside. He has length and he's also athletic.
Off-balance shot by Dusty Mosso. Could not make it work. Foot on the line para kay Eric Camson. Here's the athletic rebound galing kay Samboy De Leon. Found the angle there for the stick back.
You can see why it's important for Biñan to really try and hold down these Golden Coolers defensively early in the game, because Rizal, one of the top teams in scoring the basketball this season, averaging 86.3 points per game. That's number 4 in the league.
Raimundo, now Keanu Caballero is in the game. Flight 88, Kenny Rucacurva with a beautiful spin, no finish. Ball off Camson's foot, and Maestre is up to 7 points early on.
You can't just turn over the ball like that against the Biñan Tatak Gel. They do a good job of scoring off of those errors.
14-7. De Leon. Camson slips. No. Rebound nakuha ni Ballesteros. White players in white are back to defend. Raimundo drives. Raimundo gets away and lays it in. Token resistance there from Rizal as Pamboy Raimundo extends the lead to 9.
There was a lot of help coming on that right side defensively for Rizal, but Raimundo just put the ball up and got away with that gather step, finishing at the basket.
Play of the game is brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Pamboy Raimundo with 5 points in the game. Rizal with a timeout. We'll be right back. Rizal Central Mall Golden Coolers opened the season with a 5-0 record, lost their next 3 and will have won their last 3 games, and their next 3 games will be up against Bataan, Gensan, and Pampanga. That's coming in the next 3 weeks.
That's going to be quite the schedule ahead for Coach Ralph Rivera and his Golden Coolers.
Let's go to Lyra Punsala.
Coach Ralph knows that tonight game is not just for the standings, but as possible playoff preview. Importante itong game na to, baka magkita ulit kami sa playoffs, he shared. Which is why the team made sure to study and improve from their previous matchups against Biñan, especially from last season. Pinaghandaan talaga namin yung mga kahinaan namin noon. And now we want to attack smarter, play sharper. Unfortunately, John Apasible will not be suiting up tonight due to sickness, but he said that the team is very much trained for this hard matchup, fully trusting the system, and more importantly, playing with respect to the opponent. Back to you guys.
Maraming salamat, Lyra, and Coach Ralph recognizing the importance of this game. Si Eric Camson could not convert on that fast break. Good chase down there by Maestre. That is off a Rizal player.
Rizal's off their rhythm here in the first quarter. They botched a lot of opportunities. They've tried to get things going within the flow of the offense, but the shots haven't been falling down for them. Credit to the defense of the Biñan Tatak here in the first quarter. They've been trying to challenge every shot, whether it's inside or beyond the arc.
Let's see if the changes can spark Rizal here. Neil Tolentino coming in. Jeric Serrano is also in the game. Keanu Caballero hit a 3 earlier. And Naive, second unit, is on the floor now. Big Boy Hernandez is fouled on the pass.
Biñan's just quicker to decide here. Rizal a step slower. Pamboy Raimundo has been directing traffic impressively here to start this game, working against the pick and roll defense and finding the open man. That time, Caballero went under the screen. Raimundo actually could have taken the shot, but he still decided that it was better off getting a higher percentage look inside to Hernandez.
Ryan Suwal, Renzo Sobido, Big Boy Hernandez, Jaymar Himpayan, and Kenny Rucacurva. Ang 5 for Biñan. Legal pick. Offensive foul on Big Boy Hernandez.
Biñan starters set the tone so well here. So now the question is, can this second unit continue the momentum that its starters built here for the Tatak Gel? A young unit now on the floor para sa kanila.
Cañete inside the paint. No. Rebound ni Waray. Bigay kay Kenny Rucacurva. Tolentino trying to stay in step. Suwal now with Waray against Serrano. Naive. Sobido with 10 seconds to work with. Renzo. The turnaround shot is short. Tolentino keeps it alive for Cañete. Bola mapupunta sa Rizal.
He still had 11 seconds on the shot clock. Might have been better to ask for a ball screen instead of just trying to get something going near the elbow. He was well covered by the defense. Naive recovering after trying to go for that loose ball.
Whistle against Big Boy Hernandez.
That's going to be the second naman sa kanya. That's why he had to be subbed out here.
He's an important player here for Biñan. Pinoy Sakuragi called from the bench. 16-10. Naive. Serrano for 3. In and out. First rebound para kay Mark Pingris. Expect them to go to Pingris down low. The pass prevented by Keanu Caballero. It will stay with Biñan. 12 seconds on their shot clock. 44 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Inbound sa side for Kenny Rucacurva. Sobido uses the Pingris pick. Suwal can't pull the trigger. Ryan Suwal, 3 seconds on the shot clock. The runner from Ryan Suwal Rebound, Neil Tolentino. Tolentino, bigay kay Naive. Naive pulls the trigger, it's good.
Well, this is definitely much more of a defensive unit on the floor para sa Rizal. But Robin Naive is one of the shot makers that can get those threes for Rizal here.
A foul on Neil Tolentino.
Number 6.
5 seconds in the shot clock, so it's the 4th team foul. Kurva to inbound, 5 segundo natitira. Sobido will attack quickly. Sobido, no, and that will do it for the first period. Sabi ni Mark, tumama naman sa ring eh, pero ubos ng oras, Mark.
Hindi niyo napansin na end of the first quarter na.
Ganon siya ka-intense.
Yes.
Sa larong to. Good start here for the Biñan Gel, and as we expected, this was going to be a defensive battle, Happy.
Samuel De Leon got 4 points in that first quarter para sa Rizal, but it took a while for both teams to get on the board. But Biñan got into a better rhythm. They were able to knock down shots inside and outside. Raimundo getting past the defense and making the right decisions as he always does. That's why he's been a fixture at Coach Boyd Fernandez's starting lineup here para sa Biñan. Robin Naive came in with a three-pointer. This is a tight game for sure moving forward for both Biñan and Rizal.
Biñan's next 3 games, they go up against Gensan on May 27, June 3 and June 11. Parañaque and Davao ang makakalaban nila. So, mga South Division contenders ang nandito sa schedule ng Biñan ngayon.
That's why they'd love to get victories over these particular teams dahil importante para sa mga teams that they get wins over teams in their division, because in the event na magkaroon ng mga issues with ties, importante na makakuha sila ng mga panalo laban sa mga team na to. Dahil may win over the other, may co-shit system. They want to avoid those kinds of complications.
Get a special deal from 1xBet. Scan the QR code and claim your special offer. We're back at the Alonte Sports Arena here in Biñan, Laguna. Laban ng Rizal and Biñan. Tolentino, hard drive, layup good.
May not be the most glamorous plays that he makes, but Neil Tolentino will try and make something happen with a heavy impact on his squad all the time.
37% shooting for Biñan in that first quarter. 6 of 16. 4 of 16 ang Rizal. A steal here, Naive was right at Sual, and may have given Sual a grin there as he went up. May smile si Robbie pagkaagaw niya eh. Tiningnan niya muna si Ryan eh.
Oh, but that should have been a foul. Actually, nag-acknowledge na nga si Sual
Was
dun,
that no call?
Yeah, no call.
Wow!
That was a lot of contact. Both on the body and on the arm.
I thought that was a foul, Javi.
Same.
And that should have been 2 free throws, and instead, it's 2 points on the other end.
Rizal will try to get things going here. Referees really allowing a lot of physicality here in the first half, but they should call it consistently. So if
I thought that those were 2 fouls there.
yeah.
18 to 15. The assist of the game is brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. You feel for Rizal because particularly yung kay Naive kanina, should have been 2 free throws.
They could have dropped the lead down to just a single point. And now they have to gather more stops.
Luka Curva inside, Pingles the extra pass, and Waray Himpayan scores.
When that ball is moving around and Biñan becomes less predictable, yes, they have a lot of firepower offensively. This unit on the floor has Subido and Sowal ready always to make baskets and make plays para sa kanila. But when you involve the other guys, it's kind of hard to stop when that ball is moving quickly for Biñan.
Play of the game is brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
It could have been a travel, but that was a play.
Yung kay Cañete kanina.
Yeah, yung kanina. But that play, nice setup once again inside Pingris. This time, siya naman ang nakapuntos dito para sa Biñan.
You know how massive that call was, that non-call was? Instead of the lead, now Rizal is down by 7.
Exactly. Really made a big impact on the score right now. But the ball para sa Biñan, moving around again. They get it topside to Gimpayan, and then Pingris makes a seal at the middle. That's bread and butter for the Pinoy Sakuragi.
Naive pulls up, no good. And Pingris secures the rebound. Coach Boyet wants Renzo to push the pace. Up against Keanu Caballero. Balik na sa laro si Eric Campson. Luka Curva. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Gimpayan back to Kenny. Kenny, jumper. No. Campson secures the rebound. Caballero. Uses the Campson pick. Keanu. Turnover for Rizal.
The defense of Biñan has been baiting Rizal into getting into open lanes, only for those lanes to be clogged when they're inside the paint. And also preventing a lot of kickouts.
Or the pass.
Yes.
Palabas. 6 na turnover for Biñan, 5 for Rizal. And a foul on Keanu Caballero.
So you gotta credit the second unit right now para sa Biñan. These guys have been moving the ball well.
Meanwhile, let's go to Lyra.
Handang-handa kami kasi alam naming well-coached ang Rizal. Ayokong magkaroon ng lapses. Coach Boyet said with conviction. The strategy, push the pace, break down Rizal's defense, and take advantage of transition plays. Gusto ko mas maraming takbuhan and makontrol namin yung depensa nila. Dapat mas malakas yung fast break namin, he emphasized. Unfortunately, KG won't be suiting up tonight due to an injury, but Coach Boyet remains locked in on execution. It's about outworking the opponent for them. Back to you guys.
Maraming salamat, Lyra. They need to work hard, especially when they go up against a quality team like Rizal. A lot of contact. Himpayan, Tolentino, Cañete, Capson on the scene there.
Tolentino goes down and he's holding on to his face. Here's si Gimpayan among 3 defenders. Natamaan sa mukha. That might be an inadvertent hit.
Yeah, on the way down.
See that again from a different angle. Inuwi talaga siya ng depensa doon. Campson, Cañete, and Tolentino all going down on him there.
It's 22-15. Minutes and 41 seconds remaining in the second quarter. They're taking their time here.
Just like Biñan has been controlling the pace in this game, they sometimes go for the push, but when they get into their half-court set, they execute well. That ball is moving side to side, whether it's from a 2-man action, it finds its way into a high percentage shot madalas. They're not taking a lot of 3-point shots here in the first half.
Number 6, Neil Tolentino is second Technical foul on number 31, Jaymar Gimpayan for second motion.
So it's a technical on Jaymar Himpayan. So technical free throw mauuna, tapos 2 free throws para kay Jaymar Himpayan on the foul by Neil Tolentino.
Technical free throw, Biñan Caballero.
Second motion. Keanu Caballero missing the free throw.
That's only Rizal's first attempt from the free throw line tonight, Sidel. That just underscores the fact that Biñan has been playing them well without fouling.
Himpayan mintis ang kanyang unang free throw. 70% shooter. 69.7. Split at the line, 8-point game. Biñan ahead, 6.5 minutes to play in the first half. Biñan doing a terrific job. This is a team that averages more than 80 points per ball game. Cañete nails the 3.
I think it's about time that he leaves his imprints on this game. Ito si Mike Cañete wasn't really involved a lot in the previous possessions. Didn't get a touch on the basketball, but that time got the ball early and made the decision to go for that outside shot.
Ruka Corba gets away and lays it in, plus the foul.
Well, he caught Eric Camson in a bad spot. Roca Curva driving to the basket here. He blew by De Leon, rejecting the screen from Pingris. And he also got by the secondary defender in Eric Camson. But this was a nice big-to-big action. The screen set by Camson, leaving space for Cañete to hit that three-pointer.
25-18. Make that 26-18. 6 minutes remaining. Caballero gets it to Samboy De Leon. Steal by Roca Curva. Here comes Kenny. Flight 88. Offensive foul.
Well, I thought he gave himself a difficult time trying to shift it back to the right. Usually, a strong finisher on his strong hand, pero pinilit niya pang pumunta ng kanan dun. Tsaka medyo malayo rin yung takeoff. Good challenge as well from Rizal.
They go to Camson sa ilalim. The turnaround shot from Eric. That won't go. Rizal struggling big time in this first half. Roca Curva down low, they go to Pingris. We will test the defense of Camson. Ping, drop step, blocked by Camson. De Leon able to secure the rebound. Alwin Alday waits for Samboy. Fajarito is in the game for Biñan. Cañete. Jumper from Mike. No. Rebound ni JJ Pido. Pido attacks. JJ Pido puts it in.
That's just too easy. Biñan's guards have been having their way getting into that shaded area. They've had a lot of penetrations at di na nga nila kinakailangan na tumingin pa sa kanilang mga bigs because they've gotten these opportunities to finish at the basket themselves.
Fast break of the game is brought to you by Extreme X Pop Personal Karaoke Speaker. Everyday karaoke. Babalik ang Liga ng Bawat Pilipino dito sa Biñan. The home record of the Biñan Tatak Gel, 5-1. Unang laro nila dito was they lost to Mindoro, but some big wins over Ilagan, Isabela, Pasig City, and last week against Basilan. Now on a 6-game winning streak. Field goals this quarter, 2 of 6 for Rizal, 5 of 8 for Biñan. Aaron Estacio is in the game. Estacio unable to score on the layup. Pajarito leaking out. Hindi siya nahanap ni Pamboy Raimundo. 28-18, JJ Pido. Uses the maestre pick. Swings it over to Pajarito. Step back three for Christian. No. Pido gets the offensive rebound. Labas kay Ruka Curva. Kenny will shoot and hit.
Rizal shifting into a zone at allows Pido to get the offensive rebound and get another possession para sa kanila. They set it up on the right side. Ruka Curva being patient with that two-man game, but maganda ang naging sagot dito ni Samboy De Leon.
31-21. Biñan with the first double-digit lead of the game. Ruka Curva pulls up. No. Rebound. Balagtas. Estacio to Samboy. De Leon wants the ball back against Pamboy Raimundo. Tough angle para kay Samboy. Too strong. Rebound ni JJ Pido. Pido to Ruka Curva. Hard foul, and he makes it count. Kenny Roger Ruka Curva, 8 points in the game. Pagkatanggap ng bola ni Kenny Ruka Curva, nakabuelo siya. It's just difficult to stop. This is a fast break of the game brought to you by Extreme Cool Air Conditioners. Ang Extreme Magpalamig free installation for split type air conditioners. That basket, I'm sure ikakatuwa ng ating idol, Boss Monching Talisayon, na nanonood ngayon.
Shout out sa'yo, boss.
Oo.
I'm sure talagang happy ka sa pinapakita ng team mo so far here in the first half. They're playing very well as a unit. Everybody chipping in with their respective jobs on the floor.
34-21. He's got 9 points in the game. He goes back to the bench, Kenny Ruka Curva. Aaron Estacio. Bigay kay Samboy De Leon. Fires a three. Samboy off the mark. Rebound comes on. Whistle going against Christian Pajarito. Relax muna si Boss Monchi. Kasama niya si Mukal Ferruelo. May mga pa-shoutout. Magandang gabi po sa inyo. Also, nagpapa-shoutout ang ating idol na si Toto Robbie Celis.
Uy, pahinga siya ngayon, ha?
Oh, outstanding game against San Juan last Saturday.
Certainly an incredible performance galing sa kanya. Down the stretch, he was big time.
Oh, yun yung mga laro na na kailangan ng hero eh. Andun si Robbie Celis sa game na yun.
He's gonna be happy to play off ball most of the time, but when push comes to shove, he's not gonna shy away from it.
Absolutely. Maestre off the mark on the three. JJ Pido trying to save it.
The past few times down the floor, Rizal has been daring Biñan to shoot it from the outside with that zone. Ang problema, hindi agad nakukuha ng Golden Coolers yung defensive rebound. Biñan has been able to generate 2 or more tries at the basket past couple of times. So now for Rizal, this is an important possession para sa kanila with under 2 minutes to play. They want to try and chip away at this advantage.
18-8 is scoring in this quarter. JJ Pido, bagsak. Was able to recover against Alday, but Alday gets his first basket of the game. And no call.
Definitely frustrated about it. Could have been a 3-point play opportunity para sa kanya. But Rizal has had a tough time giving it to Alwin Alday in the half court. This time though, they get the ball to him and he tries to make a drive against JJ Pido. finishing in traffic through contact. He wanted the whistle. And now they're down by just 11 right now with 1 minute and 36 remaining.
Sa last 6 games, maganda yung pinapakita namin sa team. So, nag-share kami ng ball at ng gustong paggawa ni coach na gagawa namin. And I think the home crowd itself is a really very good boost for the team sa confidence at sa support. And sa pinapagawa niyong coach sa akin is I just play my game, go hard every game. And yun, pakita lang namin na ginagawa namin yung best.
Carlo Lastimosa there with the current state of the Biñan Tatak Gel, 12 points and 4 rebounds in the win against Basilan. Some crucial baskets for Carlo in that game. He's on the floor now. They're leading by 11 and holding this high-octane Rizal offense to just 23 points and 0 fast break points. How's that for defense, Happy?
And that's where Rizal's been good at as well. A lot of their points have come in transition this season. But here in this game, Biñan has held them down. They've controlled the pace. Kung sila gusto nila tumakbo, nakakatakbo sila. Pero pag ang Rizal, hindi sila nakakapuntos on the break. Biñan has done a good job of running back down, whether it's a make or a miss. At here, Allen Alday trying to bleed for his points and helping his team cut this lead.
Back-to-back baskets for Alwin Alday. You cannot shut him down for long.
Oh yeah, for sure. And even if he misses the entire game, he's gonna get on a slump, but he's gonna find a way to get himself going somehow, some way.
JJ Pito down the middle. No. Comes Son with the rebound. Rizal trying to trim the deficit here. Estacio. Samboy De Leon wants the ball against Lastimosa. That's a foul on Carlo.
Holding foul on number 22, Carlos Limosa penalty. First foul on Carlos Limosa.
This is a nice spot that Rizal is in right now. 32 seconds. De Leon is on the line for 2 shots. Biñan will get possession after this, pero babalik pa ang bola sa kanila.
LGR is the official outfitter of the MPBL.
De Leon missing on that first free throw. There's still a chance for them to get this lead down to single digits on the next offensive after this Biñan possession.
0 for 2. Double lane violation. Biñan will have the basketball, but we have a timeout. 32 seconds remaining. Biñan in control. They're up 11 here late in the second period. That's our Gixer fan of the game, born for greatness. Medyo natagalan bago na realize nila na nasa camera sila.
Busy sa cellphone eh.
Oo. Yun. Nice. Nice to see fans from all over the world enjoying the game here in Biñan.
That's Miss Lea Lastimosa, a better half of Carlo Lastimosa. I think friends nila yan. Parang tatay nga ni Carlo yung katabi ni Miss Lea eh. Parang kamukha kasi. Di ako sure ah.
That's Poy Poy Aktub there.
Oh yeah.
Also. 36-25. They bottle up JJP, though. He was able to release the ball to Carlo Lastimosa, who misses. Ballesteros keeps the possession alive. Maestre is wide open, and he finishes for a 13-point lead for Biñan. Alwin Alday. Atake si Alwin, and that will do it. Biñan with their defense holding strong here at home, holding and limiting itong Rizal to just 25 points in the first half, Javi.
This is a team that averages almost 90 points per game. They are definitely not on pace for that right now. The Tatak Gel also doing well in their half-court sets and in transition, making this 13-point lead to end our first 20 minutes.
Is annihilating Oscar De La Hoyas. That is the most spectacular one-punch shot of Manny Pacquiao's incredible career. And he fights his way off and goes down again. Straight left lands for Manny. Does he have Cotto in trouble? Manny Pacquiao is a storm. Huge left hand by Pacquiao. Punch after punch after punch. And he knocks the straight left hand. And there's the punching game. Look at the brilliant accuracy of Manny Pacquiao. Landing with both right and left hands. This is why we use the word sensation.
Now, it seems like every extra possession is going to the side of Pangasinan, and they convert. The Heat Waves up by 11, and this has been a collective effort.
On the second chance opportunity, an off-ball movement. Hockey assist by Gabo, who got the offensive rebound. Direct assist for Talio to Flores. 11-point lead.
Only fitting that he leads this team in the MPBL. Comboy on the run. Adlawan. Oh, access denied!
Oh, wow. Oh, my goodness.
Cebu Classic defense on point.
What a way to swat that shot away.
Oh, couple of layups para kay Eman Calo. Thought it was a goaltend there. Lastimosa with a tough drive.
Sometimes you got players na talagang mas gusto pa yung may bunggo. And si Carlo ang isa na doon. It's been pretty much the rebounding action, allowing for second chance opportunities.
63-68, baseline inbound for Basilan. Cabagnot from the corner. Big shot from the Crunchman. It's a 2-point game. Anxious moments here for Biñan, but what a play from Coach Rich Alvarez to free up the Crunchman for the corner three.
Well, you gotta credit Eman Calo for that perfect pass. Just on that catch and shoot motion for Alex Cabagnot. They've had, what, 5 in succession ba? Kasi si Val Chao nakaisa rin kanina.
Oh, Jeff Comia, binitbit muna ang bola bago tinapos sa kabila. What a move from Jeff Comia.
2 points yun, pero mukhang 3 points sa effort eh, no? Grabe yung finish na yun ni Jeff Comia. Just a master in dribble penetrations.
Wow. Taking the lead here, 42-40, under a minute to play. Wamar against Macaloni now. Wamar is ahead. Wamar floats. What a shot.
Now they go for the switch. Malaking yung big man ang kumuha, no? Kay Orlan Wamar was able to beat Macaloni. But how about that
That's
finger roll?
Steph Curry-esque.
Montuano, balik kay Robbie Manalang. 8 seconds sa kanilang shot clock. Robbie trying to turn the corner. Forces up a three. Oh, banks it in! Robbie Manalang under the rest, able to will that one through.
My goodness. I was gonna say, nasa isip ko na rin yung sasabihin ko. I was gonna say, what a terrible take by Robbie Manalang. Answered the call the past few games, including this one. Tampos gets ahead. Tampos hangs in the air and gets the bucket. The hoop and the harm para kay Boom Boom Tampos.
Oh my goodness, Javi. The elevation, the finish through contact.
Defying the laws of physics, Boom Boom Tampos featured in our play of the game, brought to you by 1xBet. I will absolutely feel more game if I see more shots like that from Boom Boom Tampos.
Saguan unable to capitalize on that steal. Pero here comes Nueva Ecija. The spin cycle and the finish. The former MVP, JC Marcelino. You know what? This is too big of a game for JC Marcelino not to make an impact.
Because we heard the oohs and ahs even before the shot. Doon sa spin move pa lang, narinig ko na sa crowd.
Only have one timeout here in overtime. Wala nang timeout ng Pasig. Garcia having trouble. Gets it to Lester Reyes. Robbie Manalang attacks. Kick out pass. Jaime against two defenders. Getting that shot up and in. 23 points for Papa Cheats.
He has defied the defense numerous times in this game. Tough shot after tough shot. I thought Manalang would have been better off here trying to go inside into the basket, trying to sneak his way past that help defender. I thought he could have scooped a shot in on that left side, but still giving it to that deep corner kay Chito Jaime.
Medyo maganda naman yung nangyayari sa amin ngayon because we have, sabi nyo nga, 6 straight wins kami and we got the 3 straight wins dito sa home court namin sa Biñan. And we're happy we won that games but we know that it's a long way to go. We still have 19 games remaining including this game against Rizal tonight, which is a very strong team as well. So, kailangan pa namin tutukan yung defensive pa namin, yung schemes namin because we all know that our defense will help us get through this tournament. But hopefully, ma-improve pa namin ito and hopefully we can pass by Rizal tonight para medyo we can get our 7th straight win.
Halftime dito sa Alonte Sports Arena in Biñan, Laguna, where the Biñan Tatak Gel have a 13-point lead against the Rizal Central Mall Golden Coolers. And Biñan, it's the story of the half has been their defense, Javi, holding Rizal. This high-powered Rizal offense is just 25.
And right now, itong Rizal Golden Coolers really struggling with their offense. It's really because Biñan has gotten out and forced them into tight situations. Only 10 made field goals. And look at the way they've lorded it over on the glass. A plus 13 advantage in that department. And for a team that likes to run, Rizal averages 19.6 fast break points per game this season. That's number 3 in the league. Biñan has been able to outscore them in that department 11-0.
Well, they cannot run when they can't grab the board. So, hindi talaga madali dito for Rizal. A lot of their game has really been predicated dun sa takbuhan eh. So, you know, that's where they get their momentum. And they haven't gotten that here in this first half as we bring you the highlights here. 5 more field goals for Biñan. And they haven't even been torching Rizal with their outside shooting. It's more of fast breaks and just, better execution.
Yeah, they're forcing Rizal to execute in the half court for which they haven't done yet. Itong Golden Coolers, talagang hirap na hirap sila makakuha ng puntos when they get the ball in the half court set. And they haven't been able to give the ball a lot to Alwin Alday in Mike Cañete. It's been Samboy De Leon who's been forced to make the decisions on the ball para sa Rizal.
And even Eric Camson is, non-existent there among our leading scorers. And Maestre with those 9 early points and the Macurva taking over in the second period. Hipayan and Raimundo with 5 apiece.
That's how good Biñan has been in this game. The usual suspects not really on the board yet para dito sa Biñan Tatak Gel. Walang Carlo Lastimosa dyan who has been impacting this game in a different way.
Third quarter underway, Cañete, Alday, Balagtas, Pingoy, and Eric Pili, who is in the game for the first time para sa Rizal. Alday drives, sets up the spin move. Alwin could not convert. Peña-Redondo with a stop. Joseph Peña-Redondo back out to Pamboy Raimundo. Maestre with the pick. Mike, the extra pass to Carlo Lastimosa for 3.
They gotta be wary of this guy here in the second half. Carlo Lastimosa, even if he has not been able to make an impact scoring-wise para sa Biñan in the first half, here in the third and fourth quarter, he can demand for the basketball and put on points on the board for Biñan.
This is the biggest lead of the game, 16 points for Biñan.
Foul number 18,
And naging problema rin ng Rizal when someone like Alday or De Leon gets it, wala nang ibang mapupuntahan. And the defense of Biñan have been collapsing on these two guys whenever they are on it.
Really could not get through.
Ganun kasikip yung naging depensa dito ng Biñan.
That's number 2 on Carlo. Hindi mo naman talaga pwedeng sarahan ng madadaanan si Eric Pili. Pingoy. Cañete slips. Pintis ang layup. Naagaw ni Balagtas. He gets the 2 points.
This guy should also try and get himself going. Marco Balagtas is an integral part of Rizal's success this season.
It will stay with Biñan. They have to get it across. Pressure here from Rizal.
This can be a part of the game where Rizal can generate some momentum. Here trying to trap the ball in the backcourt, show some pressure, If they can get some turnovers, it can get them easy baskets. That's usually where they start off to get their rhythm.
Lastimosa. Up against Pili. Carlo. Carlo looking for Ballesteros. Jumper para kay Jason Ballesteros.
So even Jason Ballesteros able to make shots here para sa Biñan. They were able to shut off Lastimosa and deny him an opportunity in the lane. He gives it up and Ballesteros knocks it down.
Cañete misfires. Offensive rebound. Balagtas. Nag-cut si Cañete. And show and go para kay Mike Cañete. 5 points so far in this ball game. 14-point lead pa rin sa Biñan.
He's had to bleed for his points here in this game. Ito si Mike Cañete.
Pamboy, the bounce pass. Maestre, the hang time. No. Maestre, second opportunity. No good. Alday comes away with it. A foul on Pamboy Raimundo. And sabi ni Coach Boyd, Mike, go hard. Play of the game is brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
Yun ang gusto ni Coach Boyd na gawin ni Mike Maestre. Go hard and make the basket.
Oo.
Well, he's been playing well tonight. One of the top scorers so far in the game for Biñan.
Pili trying to get going here. Misses the three. 43-29, Biñan in the lead. Pamboy Raimundo orchestrating. Peña-Redondo, Maestre, baseline jumper, good. 11 points for Mike Maestre.
Rizal tries to cover the main action in the middle, which was a two-man game between Raimundo and Ballesteros. But Pamboy gives it up to Maestre, who's been a bucket from the baseline this season.
And Coco Pingoy able to score on the other end. He also fouls Pamboy Raimundo before the inbound. First team foul on Rizal. 6.5 minutes to play. Peña-Redondo. Nagdala ng bola dito ngayon for Biñan. Gets it across. Alday all over him. Peña-Redondo finds Maestre. Maestre leans in. That's an offensive foul on Jason Ballesteros.
Well, Coach Boyd is trying to argue that the basket should count because the whistle happened, I think, after that foul.
Yeah. So it will not count.
And they didn't even try and take a look at it. They were very sure with the call.
Yeah, thumbs up naman si Coach Pili. Runner won't go. Pamboy. And every combination here by Coach Ralph has been countered, neutralized very well by Biñan. Almost a steal. Everyone diving for that loose ball. Maestre picks it up. Has to fire. No. Peña-Redondo keeps it alive for Biñan. Lastimosa hangs. No. Ballesteros, no good. And Biñan still with the basketball. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Ballesteros, like Pamboy Raimundo, missing on the three. Alwin Alday, bigay kay Balagtas. Marco banks it in. Nice shot. Galing kay Marco Balagtas.
A smart attempt there by Marco Balagtas, not trying to take it strong against Jason Ballesteros. But you see the effort there by Biñan on that previous possession. Lots of dark shirts being first to those loose balls, those 50-50s. Multiple guys going at it compared to Rizal.
Peña-Redondo. No. And Rizal out in transition. That's Alwin Alday for two.
This is definitely more of their game. They get steals or they get a rebound. You get someone up ahead, which is usually Alwin Alday.
4.5 minutes remaining in the third. Almost a turnover. Pamboy able to get it across to Maestre. Carlo Lastimosa. 12 seconds on the shot clock. Carlo drives. Carlo drives left. Too strong. 4 seconds on the shot clock. Peña Redondo will fire. Air ball. And Alday is ahead. Slows down. And he gets the bucket. Plus the foul.
Back-to-back hits by one of the most prolific scorers here in the MPBL, Alvin Alday. Nice pitch out by Mike Cañete.
Yeah, D-cell right here from Alvin absorbing the contact para sa ating fast break of the game. Brought to you by Extreme X-Play on-the-go speaker. Take your music anywhere. This is where Rizal is at its dangerous best here. Meanwhile, let's go to Lyra.
Alvin Alday of the Rizal Golden Coolers knows na hindi pwedeng mag-relax. Kahit sinong kalaban, dapat all out palagi. Sabi ko sa sarili ko, kailangan ko talagang itama yung mga pagkukulang ko before, lalo na yung questionable defense ko. Kaya bawat practice, sinisigurado kong I do the right things. Even as Rizal is trailing right now against Biñan, Alvin said that they've been working hard to avoid close game scenarios and hopefully makuha pa rin nila ang panalo for tonight. Back to you guys.
Maraming salamat, Lyra. Roca Curva called for a travel.
The defense starting to pick itself up here in the third quarter para sa Rizal. Increased intensity with the pressure and forcing Biñan to turn the ball over. The Tatakjal only had 2 turnovers in the first half. Now they're already up to 7 giveaways total in this game. So 5 already in the third quarter alone. But what a nice way to get themselves back in order. Roca Curva converting on the break.
What a shot galing kay Roca Curva. Next thing you know, nandun na yung kamay niya sa at ang bola was tumatama na sa board.
Talagang importante na hindi mo siya pwedeng pabueluhin eh. Because once he gets that gather, he's already off into the air and he will contort his body if needed to. He's just a great finisher with that hang time and athleticism.
Cañete is whistled for the personal against Pingris. Nasa penalty ng Biñan. Pahinga muna si Alvin Alday and Eric Pili. Naive and De Leon return to the floor. They were able to get 3 points off that lead. Eric Thompson has yet to return here in this ball game.
I think they're trying to match the pace that Biñan has also been showing here. That's why Kamson has not yet seen action. Trying to go with a faster unit. But here, here, one way or another, he's going to get back onto the floor anyway.
Neil Tolentino also. Babalik na. Caballero. Gets it to Cañete. Layup is good para kay Mike Cañete.
Rare occasion in this game that there was nobody protecting the basket para sa Biñan. Pingris got caught trying to deny Marco Balagtas near the elbow.
JJ Pido. Bigay kay Roca Curva. Kenny Bumuelo. Oh! What a shot galing kay Kenny Roca Curva. Ganda ng pagtansya niya sa tira na yon. He was driving to the right. Ang tira niya papunta sa kaliwa.
See here, Kobe Bryant said that when the offensive player fakes and puts their foot behind, you know he's not taking the shot. He's absolutely going to take it inside. And Samboy De Leon made the wrong read there, allowed Roca Curva na makabuelo muli. And even if he's bumped, he always has that high focus to make the basket despite the contact.
14 points for Kenny Roger Roca Curva. It's back to an 11-point lead para dito sa Biñan with 2 minutes remaining in the third. Naive attacks. Naive, no good. Kamson with the offensive rebound against Pingris. The fadeaway from Eric, no. And the Pinoy Sakuragi secures the board for Biñan.
Like in that game against the Val City Magic, even here in the third quarter, Rizal finding themselves down still.
They're claiming last touch ni Naive.
Remember, Rizal, after only scoring 36 points in the first half against Valenzuela, was able to score 37 in the third.
Assist of the game is brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Challenge the call here, Biñan. We will be right back for the result of this challenge.
Upon review, the challenge was successful.
So it's last touch on Robbie Naive, Javi. Good challenger by Coach Boyan.
You see here, Sobido was already sailing out of bounds, and Naive definitely had the touch on that. Roca Curva was sure of it.
50-39. Rimpayan. Renzo Sobido. Roca Curva has it against Tolentino. The pick from Pingris. Atake si Kenny. Gets it to Ping. Rimpayan cleans it up.
It really will not matter if you're able to stop the first shot and then you have somebody going for that offensive rebound and going straight into a putback.
Naive, the kick out to Caballero. Can't get past Sobido, but he'll go to the line for 2 free throws.
Penalty. His first foul.
Caballero got in on the swing there when he flashed towards that middle and used that momentum against Renzo Sobido to get the step on him.
(52-39) is the count. Free throw of the game is brought to you by Extreme Appliances and subok at kompletong appliances brand ng Pilipinas. Oh, miscommunication on the inbound. Naive makes the pay.
Also hit the three-point shot in the first half, his second basket in the game, and he gets Rizal to within 9.
They trap Pido. He goes to Himpayan. Waray finds Pingris for the hammer.
Oh boy! Me, oh my! Mark Pingris!
Back the other way, De Leon looking for a teammate. Finds Naive. He'll try again, a 3. Caballero tracks it down. Keanu attacks, they go down low. Kamson puts it in.
Not as impactful as that dunk galing kay Mark Pingris, but still 2 points to get it back. One last stop needed here for the Golden Coolers to end the third quarter strong.
45-54. Sobido, 8 seconds remaining. 5 seconds. Renzo for 3. No good. Naive with a rebound. Tolentino will not make that shot from half court. But, what a slam galing kay Mark Pingris. He went up there and threw it down hard. Highlights of the game brought to you by Sip Plus, official hydration partner of the MPBL. Elevate your hydration. Rizal making some progress in that third quarter, but Biñan staying strong and responding with some nice baskets to keep this advantage.
And definitely a better offensive quarter para dito sa Rizal Golden Coolers, but still you see the difficulty in the baskets that they've been making here in the third quarter. Mas maganda lang naging porsyento nila. But this Biñan team just locked in this game. They are so focused on what they want to do on both sides of the basketball, and you see there to close the quarter strong para sa Biñan. Mark Pingris with a throwdown, a strong one there to help Biñan carry this advantage 54-45 into the fourth.
Back inside the Alonte Sports Arena in Biñan, Sadev Tupas and Javi Palanya bringing the action. Kasama si Lyra Punsalan, our fan of the game. Brought to you by LGR, the official outfitter of the MPBL.
Nice to see the MPBLs going international too, even here in our local venues.
Oh naman. Nag-Dubai nga eh.
Yan na nga, syempre.
You get a special deal from 1xBet. Scan the QR code and claim your special offer.
Biñan showing us why they've been able to establish this momentum going into this game and have picked up from where they left off from that close game against Basilan. They've really brought the hammer down here early on against Rizal. And they have not let the Golden Coolers get back into this game.
It's more, I think, yung defensive identity dito ng Biñan nakita natin in the first 3 quarters. No, Rizal did have 50, is now up to 54 points. No, they had a big third quarter, but alam naman natin na hindi naman talaga makukumpleto yung ganun ka buong game na ma-stop mo Rizal. But at the very least, 45 points through 3 quarters against a quality team like Rizal. Really a big achievement para dito sa Biñan.
I think ito na talaga yung hinahanap ni Coach Boyet na defensive intensity galing sa kanyang mga bata. Because he knows that they are very capable of putting baskets on the board. As you see, Mark Pingris getting another 2 points there on that right side of the basket. But it's really the defensive intensity that Coach Boyet has been looking for, and I think that's been very evident right now in their past few games. Apart from that, Sidel, it's also the chemistry that's been developing para sa kanila.
Well, they've racked up 6 straight wins. Our assist of the game is brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Mark Pingris continuing to make an impact in this ball game, and De Leon, such a unique release from Samboy De Leon. Parang tinutulak na yung bola.
Tumitigil dito sa taas eh, no?
May pause. Oh, it's 1 for 2. Parang Cyrus Tabi.
Yeah.
Well, Samboy had 14 points against Val City. 5 rebounds and 3 assists. Grabe yung pressure dito. With a faster lineup now, Rizal. It's a 2-on-1. Fajarito. Drop off to Ping. Foul on Eric. Ginaginahan si Ping.
Nabuhayan ng matindi. Ang Pinoy sa Kuragi.
Dinaktak ulit eh.
Look at his teammates really enjoying what Mark Pingris has been showing so far here in the second half.
No, he's just not there as a veteran presence, Javi. He can, makakadagdag siya ng puntos dito.
Mismo. And he gives a lot of confidence to his teammates dahil grabe rin yung positive encouragement na binibigay niya.
LGR is the official outfitter of the MPBL. 7 points now for Mark Pingris, make that 8.
And you also gotta give a lot of credit to his teammates because pinapadali nila yung buhay ni Ping dito eh. Tagasalo na lang siya ng drop pass. All he has to do is just put it up strong.
Tolentino to De Leon. No. Pido grabs the rebound. 12-point lead for Biñan. Renzo Sobido. Sobido gets it back. Pingris over Naive. Mark Pingris is into double figures with 10 points.
Hirap na hirap ang Rizal na pigilan yung two-man game. They're forcing Biñan, talking about Rizal, to go into that two-man action instead of that double drag where Renzo has to go through 2 screens. So nangyayari, two-man game na lang sa elbow, and it's been Pingris figuring in that ball screen action. Subido this time making the right decision once again. Nice pocket pass here to Mark Pingris, who just rises up, and he's always money from that range.
Well, that's a shot that he's really done for most of his career.
Oh yeah.
So Pingris with 10 points and 7 rebounds in this ball game. And making an impact just as Rizal was trying to inch closer. Get a special deal from 1xBet. Scan the QR code and claim your special offer. Lead is at 13 points at the moment. 8 minutes and 29 seconds left.
The free throws beginning to become an issue right now para sa Rizal. 2 out of 9 right now from the charity stripe.
Tolentino. Labas kay De Leon. Corner 3 from Samboy. 60-47.
3-point shooting for Rizal in this game. 6 out of 22. That's below 28%.
Sobido in the lane. Labas kay Pajarito. Pajarito with 8 on the shot clock. Dump to Rocacurva. No good. And there comes Son right there all alone to battle Pingris and Rocacurva. Buti na lang na outside and bola ng Rizal.
I think it's about time that they involve Eric Camson in their offense here.
Camson. Gets it to Naive. Inside. That's last touch. Or no touch.
Yeah.
Bola ng Biñan ulit.
There hasn't really been a lot of turnovers for Rizal in this game. It's really more of the missed shots and missed opportunities that Biñan has forced the Golden Coolers into. Has kept them from taking back that advantage here in this game.
Pido dancing through the pick of Pingris. No good on that jumper. Samboy De Leon. That's off. Mark Pingris. Balagtas ay Cañete. Returning. That's why ramdam mo rin dito yung pagkawala ni Jana Pasible.
Oh yeah.
With the number of big men that Biñan can really put pressure sa kupunan mo. There's a lot of interior scoring here collectively. It's not even one guy. It's a lot of them na pagpalit-palit na binibigyan ka ng punto sa ilalim na Javi.
Hindi pa nga pumupunto si Christian Pajarito dito para sa Biñan. But the other guys, Maestre in particular, he has led the charge. Tapos ngayon naman sa second half, si Mark Pingris.
And Robbie Naive banks it in. Under 7 minutes remaining, 11-point lead. Alday is set to check in. You expect Rizal to put pressure on the ball continuously dito sa fourth quarter with Alday back. And they have their best fast break finisher back on the floor.
This just might be the final push right now for the Rizal Golden Coolers.
60-49. Caballero to Alday. Rocacurva is on him. Cañete. Balagtas, good catch inside the paint. No! Rebound is Sual. Now to JJ Pido.
Even up close, matindi pa rin yung naging challenges ng Biñan dun sa mga tira ng Golden Coolers.
Pag sa lupa lang, hirap ka na eh.
Yeah.
Rocacurva to JJ Pido, keeps it in play and fires a three. No, Maestre offensive rebound, no good. Balagtas secures the board.
I feel like fatigue's been playing into these misses also by the Golden Coolers. Look how they have to labor for their shots.
Yeah. And it's the physicality, it's the pace. You run through 5-6 picks for a defensive possession, Javi. It takes a toll on you.
For sure. And when Biñan decides to push the ball, talagang nahuhuli lang dito yung Rizal because of all the punishment that they have to go through.
Each stop na makukuha nila, kailangan nilang paghirapan eh. This free throw of the game is brought to you by Extreme Appliances, ang subok at kompletong appliances brand ng Pilipinas. 2 for 2 for Naive. Trims the gap to just 9 points here.
Tapos syempre, mas nakakapagod pa pag di mo nakikita pumapasok yung mga tira mo.
Ruka Curva wants his team to settle down. Kenny. Out to Maestre. Now with JJ Pido. Pido drives, finds Maestre inside. Masyadong malakas. Caballero running. Finding Alday. Alday for 3. No. Naive tracks it down. Caballero. Ball knocked away by Maestre. Takbo ang Biñan. 3-on-1. Suwal. No good. And Ruka Curva with the offensive rebound. That's his second rebound of the game.
Caballero was complacent there. He had to secure that possession.
Pido attacks and lays it in.
Instead, this is what you get. 2 points more on the lead. And now, it's back to an 11-point advantage.
Alday drives. Layup miss. Cañete cleanup. 9 points for Mike Cañete. Himpayan, Raimundo, and Lastimosa all set to check back in for Biñan. Coco Pingoy is also returning for the Golden Coolers. Plus 16 sa rebounding ang Biñan, plus 7 sa offensive rebounds. Coach Boyet wants to regroup. Fast break of the game, brought to you by Extreme Cool Air Conditioners. Ang Extreme Magpalamig free installation for split-type air conditioners. Marco Balagtas with a finish. And timeout muna tayo dito. Biñan still on top by 9. Player matchup for tonight, Mike Cañete and Waray Himpayan. Cañete just ahead with 9 points and 7 for Waray. But it's been Biñan, Waray's team, who's on top at the moment in this matchup.
It's been a well spread out scoring night para dito sa Biñan Tatakjal. Multiple players contributing in that department. Cañete has had a hard time trying to make plays for himself and for his teammates here in this game. With the final 4 minutes and 30, they should try and make him decide with the basketball more than him playing off ball.
7 seconds to shoot for Biñan. Raimundo is back in the game. Hernandez back to Carlo Lastimosa. Waray fires. That's off. Good stop here by Rizal. Coco Pingoy. They go down low to Cañete. Mike is blocked. A foul on Waray. 2 free throws coming up.
Quick passing there by Rizal. Pingoy making that decision to give it up to the right wing instead of forcing it cross court. That would have had a delay in attacking the basket. They get it straight away to Mike Cañete, who was already getting good position on the right side.
5 of 12 for Rizal at the line. Make that 6 of 13. 10 points para kay Mike Cañete. It's an 8-point lead for Biñan. Cañete missed the second. And that's off. Oh, jump ball pero bola ng Rizal.
Lucky break para sa kanila. They can
Possession arrow.
turn this into a 3-point swing, maybe even 4 if they get an outside shot.
Inside. Oh, that ball taken away and a poor execution there galing sa Rizal on that inbound.
Wasted opportunity, definitely.
Himpayan, push shot, good. Simple, yet effective para kay Jaymar Himpayan. 10-point lead, Biñan. Pingoy Atake sa ilalim. The kick out. De Leon for 3. They come up empty, Rizal. Pingoy forcing that shot, and he will go to the line.
I think he's figured it out here that the other guys haven't been clicking well para sa Golden Cooler. So Pingoy trying to take it upon himself to generate some offense. He's trying to create and improvise right now. There, Gimpayan gets the gaps, getting it in between two defenders. Raimundo, as usual, making the right pass.
Coco Pingoy knocks down the free throw. 12 points and 2 assists against Val City.
Not a very good shooting night para sa kanya. 4 out of 12 in the field.
He took 10 triples, huh?
Trying to relive his high school days.
64 to 56.
He took way more than 10 3-point attempts back then.
Yeah. Roca Curva pulls back, waits for Pamboy. Biñan not out of the woods yet. Only an 8-point lead with 3 minutes and 20 seconds remaining. Here's Pamboy Raimundo. Picks up his dribble. Goes to Lastimosa with 3 on the shot clock. Carlo to Pamboy. And a break for Biñan. They get the offensive rebound.
No need to rush here. They gotta try to chip away some seconds off that game clock.
There's an unsportsmanlike foul. Pingoy and Impayan getting involved there.
Both of them.
Yeah, it could be a double unsportsmanlike.
Both of them took hits at each other.
Nagmahalan.
Showing some love.
Tough love.
Indeed.
It is a double unsportsmanlike foul between number 14,
All
Coco
confirmed
Pingoy,
there, double
and number
unsportsmanlike foul.
31, Jaymar Gimpayan. Jaymar Gimpayan had an untechnical foul earlier,
but
therefore
yun lang,
Jaymar Gimpayan
has
has
to
been
leave the
assessed
game.
with game disqualification.
And more
Jaymar Gimpayan
importantly,
out of the playing
this is
court.
gonna bring about the suspension para sa kanya for the next game.
Combination of a technical and an unsportsmanlike foul.
That's gonna be a big hit to the rotation, Biñan.
11 on the shot clock. Pamboy. There's a switch here. Alday on Pamboy. Roca Curva sees a gap. Runner from Kenny. No. And again, confusion on the out of bounds. Rizal will challenge the call. Call on the floor is Biñan basketball.
Lots of hands on that ball. Hard to tell from live action.
Yung kaibigan natin si Coach Louie Gonzalez of the Ilagan Isabela Cowboys.
Good evening, Coach.
Nanonood
Happy
pa rin?
viewing.
Nanonood pa
Siyempre
rin.
naman. I don't think he still misses a game, you know.
Yeah, of course not. They have a big game on Saturday
Especially now that he's coaching.
in Quezon.
Mas lalong hindi niya hayaan yung sarili niya na mag-miss.
Nag-coaching in the MPBL.
Yeah, coaching in the MPBL.
Oo.
Sorry, yeah.
Mas, kasi may NC siya dati.
Tama, tama.
Ito na rin yata yung
Upon
stress
review, the
reliever.
challenge
Nanonood ng
was
ibang
successful.
Tsaka pag pinapakinggan daw niya tayo, medyo nawawala pa daw yung stress sa trabaho.
And this is clearly on Big Boy Hernandez.
Yeah.
Successful challenge para kay Coach Ralph Emerson Rivera.
This is just an 8-point lead, but this is a crucial possession for Rizal. They need to score here and then get a stop on the other end.
Time not on their side now. The Golden Coolers. Alday against Roca Curva. Back to Pingoy. Uses the Cañete pick. Mike knocks it down. Rizal pulls to within 5. 2.5 minutes remaining in the game.
They didn't try to rush it even though they needed a quick bucket. They were patient and got it to the open man in Cañete. They get a steal here.
Samboy De Leon against Pamboy Raimundo. Samboy will finish. It's a 3-point game. Alday with the tap. De Leon completes the steal and finishes on the break. There's no timeout. Only a sub.
There's the tap from Alday. De Leon picks it up. A nice little screen there by Pingoy to try and prevent Maestre from trying to catch up to De Leon. Only Raimundo there inside to try and prevent the basket. But see the two-man game between Pingoy and Cañete. 5-0 blast here for Rizal.
Roca Curva. Bigay kay Pamboy Raimundo. Back to Kenny. Alday defending him. The final 2 minutes here in Biñan. Lastimosa. Atake si Carlo, finds Maestre sa ilalim. Mike will run out of time. The ball pressure, ball pressure they're having, delaying dun yung Biñan sa kanilang opensa.
And they prevented Raimundo from getting the basketball. Kaya hindi natuwa si Coach Boyet.
3-point shot is brought to you by Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances. A chance to tie for Rizal. They trailed by as many as 16 in this game in the second half.